In my tradition, a great teacher named Desmond Tutu said once that we are all one. Black, white, brown, yellow, male, female, somewhere in between, straight and gay. We are all one. That's what brings us here today. That's why we live together. We have to work hard at being together and caring for each other, even when we get angry with each other. The big challenge is not being nice to each other when we like each other. The really big challenge is being nice to each other when we don't like each other.
Yes, thank you.
Merci bien.
Sorry.
And je suis Charlie.
Yes.
Assad will talk now for the Muslim community.
Although I don't know French, but I can say Je suis Charlie. Brothers and sisters, 14 months ago, my daughter, who is a prosecutor at the International Court at The Hague, was getting married. And I am in Vancouver. I was looking for a place for her wedding. She was engaged to a boy from Paris, and the wedding was in Paris. And I'm so proud that my daughter's wedding was in Paris. So there's no things we can say differentiate between people, regardless of religion, regardless of color. My faith that I'm at home, you have nothing to do as well as I do faith. I have to respect you and you respect me. Now look in the history. 6 million Jews were killed because they were faithful. Do we need to repeat that? Do we need to talk about religion anymore? Look at the history, how many people died because of their faith. There is no other war killed people more than faith. Let's respect each other. There is no excuse whatsoever that we think I am right and you are wrong. Because I'm not sure I am right. I don't have a guarantee from God that's saying I am right. And nobody else has this right. So we all share the same thing. We all have to respect each other. And I'm very, very sad that things taking place in the name of the faith. People are crazy, mental hijack the faith for their own purposes, for their mental problem. I cannot characterize everybody like that. We should not do that. We have the history behind us. We look forward for our new generation. We look forward for a peaceful community, society, peace world. There are more killings in the Muslim world than anywhere else on this planet. Why? I don't know. So please, join hands together. Please, think about us all as a human being, one unity. One person against any extremism, against any mental issue. I thank you for coming, and I hope we will keep this together.
Please welcome Robert down, speaking for the Jewish community.
I want to thank all the speakers and the organizers of this important gathering. D'abord, je veux, de la part de tous mes concitoyens canadiens, exprimer mes condoléances les plus profondes au peuple français à l'occasion de cet attentat si monstrueux. Today, here on the territory of the Coast Salish peoples, and in my country of Canada, my new country of Canada, I am proud to say, Je suis Charlie. I say it not because I support all of the editorial content, nor all of the cartoon images published within that particular newspaper. Some I appreciate, others I do not, but that's the point. That is freedom of expression. Out of deep respect for the incommensurable value of the lives destroyed one by one last week by the murderers in Paris, and out of deep appreciation for the privileges and responsibilities of our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, including freedom of expression, I proclaim unequivocally, Je suis Charlie. Say, with deep humility and gratitude, Je suis Ahmed. Not because I am a Muslim or a police officer. I am neither. I am a Jew who works all year round with Muslim leaders and colleagues, committed as I am to pluralism, to contribute to our shared Canada, but out of deep respect for the courageous sacrifice and the humane French and Muslim values that put Officer Ahmed Mirabey in a position of being executed while he was in the process of trying to save the victims of Charlie Hebdo. I proclaim proudly, Je suis Ahmed. As a Canadian citizen born in the United States, Je suis juif. I say this not because I share every single view held by every single Jew in Vancouver or the world, but out of respect for the victims of the kosher supermarket who were executed simply because they were Jews, while in the process of trying to buy food, as I was, to welcome the Shabbat, the Sabbath, with their loved ones at the end of an ordinary work week, and who were not home for the family dinner. And as a Jewish Canadian, I also express on behalf of my community the deepest respect and gratitude to Lassana Batili, a Muslim employee at that same supermarket who bravely saved several people. Market, and for the humanity of Lassani Batili, I proclaim, Je suis juif. Finally, I believe that it is no longer sufficient for us as diverse citizens of increasingly diverse cities and countries, living in an ever more troubled world, to hope only for more tolerance, to be satisfied only with the important achievement of respect from people who think differently than we do. That's a good place to start, but it isn't enough. I believe that it is time for us to increase our efforts in our cities, our universities and colleges, our schools, in our homes, on initiatives to foster deeper understanding of one another. We must work harder to understand each other. We must work harder to live together. We must work harder to convey the values of civility, humanity, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, equality, and the dignity of every person, irrespective of race, religion, color of skin, sexual orientation, gender identity, physical ability, nation of origin. We owe no less to the first peoples who welcomed us, newcomers to this land.
My name is Ezra Shank, and I'm the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver. And I want to echo what Rabbi Dom said so well, while at the same time conveying to each one of you that we all mourn together today. We all mourn together as one community. A community that is looking for more than civility. A community that, even looking forward and trying to figure out what it is that what more can we do, today we're just human beings dealing with loss. And we as a community that knows so well loss like this, we sit with you here and we share your pain. Not because 4 people died in a kosher market who happened to be Jewish, but because of all who died during this terrible time of tragedy. And we stand with you shoulder to shoulder. Je suis shoulder.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, dear sirs, for what you said. As we see, we are united today and we are strong. And France, we remain strong, united. And France without Jewish, without Muslims wouldn't be France anymore. So we will continue to be open-minded and to fight against terrorism all together. Thank you very much.
Un dernier mot pour la communauté française. On se pose souvent la question de savoir qu'est-ce qu'on fait à Vancouver, si loin de la France. La ville est belle, les montagnes, l'océan. Mais qu'est-ce qu'elle est belle, notre communauté française? Qu'est-ce qu'elle est belle? Je suis fier d'être à Vancouver quand je vois que la communauté française sait se réunir dans ces moments difficiles. Merci à vous tous. Qu'est-ce qu'elle est belle, cette communauté française? Qu'est-ce que nous pouvons faire maintenant? Nous avons une place pour aider notre pays. Nous devons être des veilleurs de ces petits détails de dialogue et de paix, de ces choses que nous voyons, dont nous sommes témoins ici. Comment est-ce qu'on peut apporter ça à nos concitoyens restés en France? C'est ça notre rôle ici, d'être français à Vancouver. Merci beaucoup.
I want to say to everybody, our traditions, teachings have always taught us that we all belong together on Mother Earth. That every last one of us has a responsibility to come together and to each person in our traditional circles, from the child, the youngest to the oldest, always had a chance to speak. So to be able to speak is one of our fundamental rights to transforming our planet. The key is through peace, as our Dalai Lama teaches us as well. So I guess my main thing here is that continue to send out messages to the world that we all belong together. We all belong to Mother Earth. As our elders here teach us, the whole world is coming back together now. From all the places we've traveled and the way our continents have drifted, now we're coming back together. And the time now is just to keep telling our children that they belong here wherever they are.
Chantons la Marseillaise une dernière fois avant de nous quitter. Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'étendard sanglant est levé, l'étendard sanglant est levé. Entendez-vous dans nos campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats qui viennent jusque dans nos bois, égorger nos fils et nos compagnes. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons.
Attention au chien.